All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, Turki Alashiek is doing a huge favor for Al Haymon and the PBC. Let's talk about his changes that he's working on getting through the U.S. Congress. Whole lot of people think that this is going to be a terrible thing for the PBC and are sure that the PBC won't back it. Don't be so quick to think that. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. In this video, we're going to be talking about boxing, and specifically, we're going to talk about Riyadh season and premier boxing champions, and how Turki Alashiek is unknowingly doing a big favor for Al Haymon, Gervonta Davis, and the rest of the PBC, but I don't think he knows it. And I don't think people are thinking this particular problem through all the way and understanding exactly why it's doing a favor for the PBC. But that doesn't mean that I think it's a good thing. Now, before I get into that, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you guys so much. It really makes a huge difference to the channel, especially the people that support, and the super thanks. But let's get into this because some news came out that a promoter that works with the PBC, namely Tom Brown of TGB Promotions, sent a note in to the California State Athletic Commission in support of TKO's attempt to revise the Muhammad Ali Act. The Muhammad Ali Act is a federal act that is put in place to protect fighters from unscrupulous business practices, namely the collusion of promoters with managers, and also ensuring that there is a legitimate ranking system by the sanctioning bodies. So those things were put in to protect boxers from being taken advantage of, making sure that they get championship shots when they deserve it, making sure that the promoters and the managers aren't stabbing them behind the back and double dealing on them, all the kind of stuff that has been known to happen in boxing for a very, very long time. So that protection in a lot of people's minds is very important. However, it gets in the way of promoters and managers doing business the way they want to do business. It forces them a lot of times to pay more money to the fighter than they want to. So when Tom Brown supported the amendment to the Muhammad Ali Act, people were shocked and said, well, this is the PBC. PBC wouldn't do that. I mean, isn't this is a bad thing? Why would the PBC support it? Well, Tom Brown is a promoter. That's what he is. Al Haymon is a advisor, but he is a manager and he owns a platform and works with promoters. So it is in the business interest of Al Haymon, it is in the business interest of Tom Brown for the Muhammad Ali Act to be revived. And if you think back long enough, you'll recall that Al Haymon tried to set up a scenario where he had a bunch of networks where boxing could be aired, and some of them would be for lower level talent, some would be for higher level talent. And basically what happened is TKO and Turki Alashiek are basically trying to do the same thing that Al Haymon was trying to set up years ago, but was unable to do because of the Ali Act. So now that you see these people putting so much money behind TKO getting a Paramount Plus deal, the fact that Dana White is not black like Al Haymon is, now you're getting a lot more positive reception from people like the California State Athletic Commission that tried to rubber stamp the amendment to the act. So what is that going to, where is that going to leave Al Haymon? Where is that going to leave the fighters that Al Haymon work with? It's going to leave them being able to take advantage of the same thing that Turki Alashiek is trying to take advantage of and that TKO is trying to take advantage of. And that is to be able to form what they refer to as a boxing organization. A boxing organization that can have its own belts, that has to provide insurance for fighters, all other kind of things that are going to be mandated by law so that they can quote unquote protect the fighters. All of those things being in place assist Al Haymon in doing what he originally wanted to do. So when people think about this Ali Act, you think about it just like it's just Turki Alashiek and it's just TKO. No, it's not. It can be used for anybody to create a boxing organization in the United States, provided they have the financial wherewithal to do so. And I'm telling you right now, Al Haymon and those guys are going to have the financial wherewithal to do that because they have the access to capital that they need to do that. Al Haymon has been in business and has done huge concerts, huge boxing events for well over 30 years. The reputation and the financial for financial success, he's going to be able to put something together like that. So won't just be TKO. It'll be TKO and somebody else, and then it may be a third party that tries to do it. So I don't know how successful it's going to be, but it will absolutely positively allow Al Haymon to sign a bunch of fighters, have a bunch of fighters signed and get a network deal where they can have all these guys fight at low rates. And then how does it benefit the bigger name fighters? Because the bigger name fighters, the ones that can actually sell stadiums and all of that, are going to get more money, and they would be able to have consistent competition provided to them from lower level fighters. This whole thing is not going to be as sweet and simple as people think it is. And the feeder system, the 400 to 450 fighters they want to put in a feeder system for TKO, you're going to have Al Haymon and those guys be able to compete with them and to sign them in another organization as well. So look, Turki Alashiek, you got to be careful when you're trying to do something, because just because you open the door doesn't mean other people can't come through it. And in this particular instance, Al Haymon, provided he still has the interest, provided he still has the energy, provided that that's a vision that he still has and he thinks he can pull off, man, don't be surprised if you see him go that way. The only thing that I would say that may prevent him from going that way is his age and the fact that he, when you get into your late 60s, I mean, I have to suspect that he's in his late 60s, mid to late 60s, probably could be as early as his 70s, that you start slowing down a little bit, man, and you start focusing more on your life. I heard that he has, he had issues with his mother's health, so he's got to take care of those things. But it'll be interesting to see. I wouldn't think that this whole thing is just going to be only affect TKO and not affect the rest of the sport of boxing, because it most likely is. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.